Well, it's that time of year again. Um, Kind of a melancholy time in many ways. Time to reflect, maybe. And what can I say now? Let's see. I finished a spring semester at Belmont High School, which was a mixed experience in many ways. I had some really great 10th graders, and I enjoyed those guys a lot. But the school was under the gun, and under the gun in ridiculous and unreasonable ways. Um, so in many ways, it was kind of a relief, not to be coming back there. Uh, Fall semester, I've been doing substituting work as a contracted teacher. But you got to know what's happening in public education right now.
And I'm going to speak very frankly, and I'm going to speak very seriously. We are witnessing now, we are experiencing a global assault on public education. We really need to understand that the forces that are arrayed against us intend to destroy everything that we stand for. They intend to destroy democracy. They intend to destroy public education as a service that is publicly controlled. They intend to deprofessionalize teaching, and they intend to convert education to a survival of the fittest, a totally privatized landscape. And the biggest barrier to their achieving that is teachers' unions. And that is what explains this attack on us. And they intend to destroy us. And what that means is that we have to really marshal our resources strategically.
Hi, my name is Lori Warfel. I'm at Edison Middle School, the chapter chair, but formerly displaced teacher from Huntington Park High School. Claire and I and Francis, we've been working with displaced teachers, and I got an email today from a gentleman in a wheelchair and was hit with a book, and water poured on him, and now he's going to get suspended on the stat. It's just, and even in my school, sitting down to defend teachers that are basically all senior teachers that are being put in situations where they don't have enough computers, they are overloaded. They're just set up to fail, and then they're accused falsely by students. And these students they have the sheriff come out, they find out that the charges are bogus, but yet these people are being held in teacher jail from Labor Day all the way through December. And then finally in December, they find out even kind of what the charges were, and they found out the charges were dropped. How can they continue to hold these people? And I guess my point is if we really got parents involved, would it change the mindset of these students that are falsely accusing, and basically they are attacking teachers? What rights do teachers have in the classroom where they're actually being assaulted?
We have to learn from one another, but we also have to always keep our eye on this very big picture. Now, some people say to me when I talk about the global assault, well, gee, this sounds like a conspiracy. And my answer is, no, it's not a conspiracy because conspiracies are secret. And this isn't secret. The latest World Bank report on education calls for turning teaching into contract labor. And they use that term, contract labor. What is contract labor? Contingent labor. It means you're not given contracts that extend beyond a year, that you're fired at will. Whose will? The principal's will, right? It means you don't have any civil service protection. It means you don't have seniority. It means you don't have tenure. It means you don't have control, any professional control over what's taught or how it's taught. But the only thing that's going to control curriculum is standardized testing. Now that's the plan. That's the plan. It's not a conspiracy. It's all laid out. You just have to know where to go look for it. to find this information?
Well, so I just finished lunch, an extended lunch I had. I'm actually subbing at Venice High School, which I'm coming back to. Sometimes if you give you like a conference period right before lunch, then you can kind of make it an extended lunch, which is kind of nice. They're great restaurants here on Venice Boulevard. So there's one that I really like called the Hurry Curry. Great stuff. Today I went to a Thai restaurant, but great food. Loved it. So yeah, I've been enjoying myself this year. I really have. It's kind of embarrassing, really, because I'm doing sub work as a contracted teacher. But I don't know that I can get too upset about it. I get paid the same benefits, really. And hey, I'm getting to know the district better. Visiting different places, meeting teachers, running into some teachers that I knew back at Huntington Park, too. So, yeah. They gave me, well, what they do is when they, you're a contracted teacher as a pool, they assign you a default location. So if you don't get called by the sump finder system, then you go to your default. So my default it's over in that direction. It's a few blocks over there. It's the Mark Twain Middle School. So, yeah, I'll go there if I don't get called. But usually I do. As an English teacher, I get called quite a bit. So today was Venice High School. What's kind of funny, though, is that they've got me listed, the district does, as being displaced from Crenshaw. And that's what put me over here on the west side. I'm here in Venice. So that put me here as a place for a default location. When I could have ended up in South LA, which I'm so glad I didn't get there. You have no idea what it's like until you've been there. But here's Venice. Here we go, Venice High School. Can you believe it? It's mid-November. Well, second week in November. We have one of those freak warm spells. Temperature is already in the mid-80s, but no relative humidity at all. So your skin peels and things like that. Yeah, it's kind of funny. But I'm hoping that they'll let me do this for a while. I mean, we'll see what happens. I suspect that they're just going to throw me someplace, at in January. We'll wait and see what happens. So, here I am. It's Mark Twain Middle School, and this is the library. Let me give you a quick tour of it, all right? Here you go. Impressive, huh? Too bad they can't really use it. They don't have a librarian. They did. They had one for 3 hours. She decided she needed to go somewhere else where it was a little bit closer to where she lived. So that's the end of that, and they lost their original librarian. They lost the original textbook person. For a while here, I was the only person who could operate this. This is how they check out their textbooks under the new Destiny system. And I was the only one who was able to authorize it, or who was authorized to use it. I did that myself by calling downtown and, finding the right person to talk to and getting myself cleared. And I still am. I think, there might be one or two people now that can do it. But, whenever I'm here and I don't get called for another subbing assignment, that's just what I do. I sort of monitor the library. Once in a while I'll get a stray kid. Usually some, teachers sent them over here or whatever. Or if there's some new kids, there's some kids checking out and they need to get rid of the library, or they need to get rid of textbooks. I could check those in again. Other than that, it's pretty, easy day. What can I say? It's kind of ironic because, it's more than ironic, because you get displaced, allegedly, because you're in a bad school, right? And you contributed to, the school being bad, so they got to get rid of you and replace you, and so apparently you're being punished. Well, this semester has been pretty nice. I've been around several different schools here on the west side. I wish they would give me something closer to Hollywood, but I guess they don't want to make it very easy for you, but I could do it. I'll grab the Venice bus or the Santa Monica bus, or occasionally I have to use one of the the local buses, the Culver City bus or the Santa Monica Municipal bus. But I get around pretty well, no problem. Subfinder works just fine for me. You know, you should get a call like the night previously. So it's interesting because some of the schools that you go to, you know, you can see the difference. There, I don't want to mention names because it might get back to me, but there's one middle school that I've gone to that just has the right approach. For one thing, they've got like classroom sizes of about 20 to 25 kids. Excellent. All right, that's what you need. That's the appropriate size. So you got that, and then the kids know where their boundaries are. They have a good dean, and the dean has the right attitude. The attitude is that, you know, the district doesn't know what it's doing. The people who are running the district don't know what they're doing. They know better. Okay, so when edicts and things come down from the district, you got to figure out ways around them, or to bypass this or that, or to interpret it slightly in a different way, so that you can do what you need to do to get on the kids and make them do what they need to be doing, and not just indulge, you know, the ideas that the district has about the poor little darlings and how they're so misunderstood or whatever. So I mean, that, you know, that's one middle school that I really love going to. It doesn't bother me at all. You got a good dean, and the dean is bypassing the district and their little foibles, and they're on top of the kids, and the kids know what their limitations are. Now you go to some other places, and they don't, you know, they're not operating that way. They're, you know, trying to ingratiate themselves with LA Unified, or usually it's the schools that are in trouble, the ones whose API scores have dropped. They're scared, and so yeah, they you know, give the kids whatever they want. They will not. They have the attitude of the kids, you know, really can't do anything wrong, and you know, if something bad happens, it's the teacher's fault. And what can we do for these poor children? You know, it's, oh gee. And when you have that, the kids pick up on that real fast, and they take advantage. There are only a few of those, and they tend to be not out of this immediate area. I'll say some of the good schools. The good schools are places like Palms is good. Webster Middle School, that's a good place. Good teachers there. Good administration. Let's see. Mark Twain is all right. You know, they're having some trouble because they're under attack right now a little bit. And then of course the three high schools that I sub at are University High School, Hamilton, and then over here across the way at Venice High School. You know, probably the high school that I like the least would be Hamilton out of those three, but they're all fairly good. They're not bad at all. Walk in, you know, I'm getting to know the secretarial staff. They recognize me. I say hi. You get your keys. If it's an English assignment, chances are I could do some interpretive reading with them, or supervise a little grammatical lesson of some kind. If it's not an English assignment, then, well, you know, you throw the worksheet at them and help them out the best you can. No, I hope this can continue as long as possible, but we'll see. My plan right now, stay under the radar, which is what I'm doing by doing sub work. Stay under the radar, you know, don't stick my neck out too much. And then after this year, I'll have one more year. And at the end of next year, I'll turn the magic 55 years old. And that way I can pull out. I didn't realize this before, but you know what? You could collect state teachers' retirement and do something else, okay? You could work full-time if you wanted to at something else and still collect your state teacher's retirement. Once I found that out, I said, okay, I'm out of here. You know, I've had it. I thought maybe I'd have to stick around because I had no choice. No, I do. So it's been feeling pretty good.
And then I went down to green. I was like, no, I gotta have it.
yeah, this is the Hurry Curry. Love this place. If you're ever on Venice Boulevard, you need to stop by there. It's Venice Boulevard, I guess, and Beethoven Avenue or Beethoven Boulevard. Oh, yummy. Well, it's so quick. You know, they've got everything made for you already, and you just point out what you want. That's the ridiculous Bollywood videos that they have playing. They're entertaining in their own weird way. Of course, they've got a little elephant god in the back here. I'm going to turn the camera in a minute here. You'll see it. Ooh, there it is. Yeah. But the food is great. Oh, yeah. And quite affordable, too. So, yeah, give it a try. Lots to eat.
All right, there's Hamilton High School. So I'm over at Hamilton right now, which is a pretty good place, really. It's not a bad place to substitute at all. It's big, like a lot of the high schools used to be, including HP. HP used to be huge. They bus a lot of their students in here. But they haven't reached what I might call that critical mass. Where you start busing in the majority of your kids from, let's just say, lower income areas. And, you know, it gets reflected in their behavior and in their, you know, their academic performance. So, you know, the school atmosphere here is still, you know, pretty academically, it's, you know, it still has, it's pretty academically favorable. Some other places, like for instance, they've reached that critical mass. You know, the majority of their kids are bussed in from, for lack of a better term, the ghetto. And yeah, everything falls to pieces. And it's because, yeah, let's face it. I mean, that's what it is. It's the kids. You know, there is no such thing as magical pedagogy. That's silly talk. That's, you know, the corporate education reform talk. I don't care what a teacher does. You know, if you have kids, and if they come from the right backgrounds, families, communities, they're going to perform. They will.
The train to 7th and Metro Center Station is arriving. Please stand clear of the track.
Está por llegar al este del borde de la plataforma.
Well, here we go. This is Lake Havasu, Arizona. Population, well, hard to tell because it always explodes during the winter months. When they get there, they're called their snowbirds coming down from other parts of the country. But this is where my sister Donna and her husband Jim live, and now they've got their daughter Stacy in the area, and of course they got their other daughter Suzanne who shows up right regularly. So got a portion of the family out here, and this is where we spent Thanksgiving. What can I say about this place? It's dry, very dry. You know, but it's only like about a good 5 hours, you know, on the freeway or on the highway from Los Angeles. It's pretty easy to get to. I'd never want to be in there summer. The summer, 120 degrees, forget that.
I would imagine so.
Well, here we are in Lake Havasu, Arizona. And this is Mom, all right. Mom, did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Okay, but she wasn't able to go to the little Black Friday sales. She was in a little bit of discomfort. Nothing having to do with Thanksgiving, of course. So
Well, I never go to the little Black Friday sales.
yeah, you do. Oh, you go to after Christmas.
I go to the after Christmas sales, not the Black
And those are
Friday.
still coming, the after Christmas sales. So we can plan on that. Yes. Mom's wearing her pink sweater. She likes pink. Her choice is usually pink or blue. Okay.
Hold on, Mom.
Usually.
Usually.
And now we have Dad. Hopefully you can see both of us, I think. Yeah, can you see both of us?
Yes, hello.
Oh yeah? All right. So Dad got to watch one of his favorite little Christmas DVDs last night. No, don't do that. All right. It's a 1951 version of Christmas Carol starring Alistair Sims.
The classic.
And there's a little Christmas demon there. Look at it. Ah, there he is. Yep. All right.
Me.
So, Dad, what's your favorite line in the DVD?
Favorite line? I don't know.
There's so many of them. Huh?
There are so many, yes. How about to keep me mouth shut?
Yeah, to keep me mouth shut. That's a good one. That was the maid at the end. Yeah. And finally, we have Lily. Okay. This is the one whose hand appears. All right. Hey, Lily, how are you?
Good.
Good. Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Yes, I had good turkey and good stuff.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. So you
I like the macaroni and cheese instead.
you had macaroni and cheese for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and turkey. And turkey.
Yep, you did. And now we have Donna going through the newspaper looking at ads. Donna, what are you looking for?
Nothing, just look at the paper.
Okay, but it seems to be the ad section though, yeah?
No, it's actually the newspaper.
Oh, all right.
I had the newspaper this time. I already looked at the ads.
So you're keeping up with the news then, right?
I'm trying my best, yes.
That's awesome. They have a hot dog toaster.
Now we have Stacy. Hey, Stacy. And in the background we have Mom's butt. Oh well. Okay.
Hey, wait. Did you get the holiday tradition picture of Mom's butt this year?
No, well that's usually a Christmas one. Oh yeah, but we should have done that.
You do it at Thanksgiving.
Oh,
I have a whole collection of them though. Yeah. Down through the years.
you don't need my
Donna's
butt
butts.
anymore.
Yeah.
My butt.
Picking up the Christmas presents. Well, that pretty much encapsulates things, I think. That's kind of what I would intend, is just to kind of give you a little snapshot of what life is like in Los Angeles, 2013, the end of the year. So, once again, I kind of hope everybody has a pretty good, pleasant little holiday experience, nice little vacation, and whatever you have planned, okay? And hopefully I'll do something like this again next year. In the meantime, yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. See you.